Today I'm with David Stewart of Straight Talk Financial Planning. David's been using the pension performance review now for several years, and we've just popped in today to find out a little bit about how he's using it to help him break into the corporate market. So I'll start off with, David, just tell us a little bit about yourself and your practice.
Of course, I've been in the industry for more years than I care to remember, primarily in the investment market for most of that time. A lot of my clients were business owners in any event, but I didn't deal with them on a corporate basis. It was all personal tax planning and investment.
Right.
PPR enabled me to go back to them and say, look, let's take a look at your pension planning, and it's proved very successful.
Very good. Okay. So you've been using it now for
2 years, 2.5 years.
About two and a half years. And when you did, did you do much work in pension transfers?
Hardly anything at all.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe 1-2 a year, something of that nature.
Right. So what was the appeal of getting a system in place to really sort of push that side of your business forward?
I was always nervous about going into an area of business that I didn't understand thoroughly. Having sort of done a bit of homework and got all these horrible exams under my belt,
Right.
what I wanted was a foolproof program that would enable me to have a really good paper system that showed our friends at the FSA and anybody else who wanted to look that the pension transfers we got involved in were actually well documented, well rehearsed, and were good for the client. And I find that the confidence it gives me to have the paper trail that you need these days, which PPR provides, is tremendous. The other wonderful thing is the reports, although they look huge when you first start, as a sales tool, which at the end of the day you've got to make a sale to make a living. They're wonderful because the client can actually follow what you're recommending and why in near as damn it plain English. Right.
Okay. So it's helped you get your message across. It's helped you to get.
Yes.
Okay. So over the last couple of years, how many cases would you say you put through the system?
We've really been doing it seriously for about. I regret the word seriously, but you know, for about a year.
Right.
And I think we've probably put on 70 clients.
Wow.
In the year. Just started winding up the marketing of PPR for our own business. We now have our own telesales guy making appointments for me, so we're moving outside our own client base.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm very confident that PPR has just started as far as we're concerned. It should grow exponentially.
Okay, very good. What was the learnings that when you first set up with the system? What did you learn? So that if somebody else was starting with the system, you'd pass on to them as advice if somebody was just starting with it?
Yep, read the reports lots of times.
Okay.
Become really fluent with what the report's saying and where it's saying it. When I first started, going backwards and forwards made me look a bit of an idiot. When you're with the client, if you actually, the order I do them in, rightly or wrongly, is I do the investment report first, because it's a natural follow-on from having done the risk profiling.
Okay.
So they can immediately see what you're doing there, and then into the main report, then the pension projection. And because it's a seamless flow from one to the other, it's not difficult. You don't have to be a brilliant salesperson to succeed with PPR, provided you actually use the system as it's designed.
Very good. Okay. So for anybody who would sort of considering bringing on a system like this for themselves, who was sort of considering hovering over the idea, but what would you be saying to them?
I'd say if you look at the cost of your client management software and the various other pieces of software you buy, and then you look at the cost of PPR and the potential of it, it's a no-brainer. It really is such a great way of building your business with confidence. That simple. And it's albeit I don't want to pay any more, I think it's a very cost-effective tool apart from anything else.
Very good. Thank you very much indeed for taking the time with us today, David.
Okay.
Thanks very much.